Hey, Maddie, did you start the popcorn?
It's going right now. Is the movie ready to go?
I'm just waiting on you guys.
Zosha, are the rooms cleaned up?
Yeah, we're just finishing Amelia's room.
Thank you. Yaya, are you helping?
Yes, Cheeseburger Cat is helping too.
All right, well, when you're done cleaning up, put your jammies on. It's movie night.
Hello, this is Mommy.
What's up, everyone? I'm Daddy.
Hi, I'm Sosha and I'm 7 years old. Hi, I'm Amelia and I'm 5 years old. And this week we watched Rudyard Kipling's The Jungle Book.
Walt Disney Studios put out their very first live-action remake in 1994. It's rated PG and has a runtime of 1 hour and 51 minutes. Some other films they put out around the same time were The Santa Claus and Heavyweights.
This movie is about a boy named Mowgli who is separated from his human group and raised by a pack of wolves, a panther, and a bear while living deep in the jungle. Years later, Mowgli is reacquainted with humans, one of them being a long-lost friend, the other being a corrupt captain who wants to use Mowgli to find a hidden mythical treasure.
Some familiar faces and voices in this movie. Mowgli is played by Jason Scott Lee. He is Bruce Lee in Dragon, the Bruce Lee story, the voice of David in Lilo and Stitch, and he also plays Buri Khan in the live-action Mulan. Captain Boone is played by Cary Elwes. He is Wesley in The Princess Bride, and these are not kids' movies, but Daddy and I knew him as Jerry in Liar Liar, and the voice of Aquaman in Justice League, Flashpoint Paradox. Kitty is played by Lena Headey. She is Sarah Connor in The Terminator, The Sarah Connor Chronicles, Julia Knight in Fighting with the Family, and the voice of Lara L. in DC League of Super Pets. Colonel Bryden is played by Sam Neill, who is Dr. Alan Grant in Jurassic Park, Mr. McGregor in Peter Rabbit, and Sir in The Bicentennial Man. Dr. Plumford is played by John Cleese. He is several characters in the Monty Python and the Quest for the Holy Grail. I know him the most as Nearly Headless Nick in Harry Potter. He plays the king in Shrek, and he is the voice of Ape in George of the Jungle.
Some other actors that we wanted to include are the real-life animals that made the Jungle Book come to life. Baloo is played by a bear named Casey, Bagheera is played by a panther named Shadow, Gray Brother is played by a wolf named Shannon, King Louie is played by an orangutan named Lol, and Shere Khan is played by a tiger named Bombay. The director of this movie is Stephen Sommers. You might recognize some of his work. He makes some bangers like The Mummy and The Mummy Returns, and then he kind of goes downhill by making Van Helsing and G.I. Joe: The Rise of Cobra.
All right, Amelia, did you learn anything from this Jungle Book?
Yes, I learned to be nice even if someone's different.
That is a wonderful lesson to take away from this movie.
Yeah, so there's that scene where Boone's guys, they pick on Mowgli and they throw him into that table and get food all over them. Do you remember that scene?
Yeah, I do.
Wasn't that super mean? How did that make you feel, that scene?
It made me feel sad.
Yeah, it made me feel sad as well. I felt really bad for Mowgli.
I wanted to flip a table on Boone's friends.
Yeah, for sure.
Zosha, what about you? Did you learn anything?
I learned that you should stay away from tigers because they're dangerous.
Unless you are half tiger and you're trying to prove that you're 100% tiger. Then go around the tigers, I guess.
Okay, for those of us that aren't Mowgli, yes. It just seems that tigers are doing nothing but like attacking people walking through the jungle in this movie.
They're hungry.
Daddy, what did you learn?
I learned about friendship and finding new family in unexpected places. This is something that happens with Mowgli, where he's not expecting to find family in these animals that he's coming across, as well as Kitty, who's not expecting to find a family or a friend in Mowgli. So look for friends and family in unexpected places. How about you, Mommy? What did you learn?
I learned that just humans need to be better. There is a line that Mowgli says in this movie that just sticks with you. And he says, the more I learn what is a man, the more I want to become an animal. And it's like, yeah, I mean, the animals fight and stuff, but usually it's only for primal reasons. You don't see them fighting and having the conflicts that humans do amongst each other and being mean to somebody for no reason. And it's like, humans do need to take a page out of the animal kingdom because why are we so mean?
Yeah, very true. That's a good scene as well. So when Mowgli gets to King Louie's monkey city, he sees the treasure temple, and there's a giant golden elephant statue there. I want to know what everybody would want as their statue, whether you put it on the front lawn or in your room wherever you want to put it. I just want to know what it would be. Zosha, what would your statue be?
A sparkly giant Stitch. It's a blue sparkly Stitch.
A blue sparkly Stitch, like blue gold. I think blue gold exists. I think I've seen that in a movie or something.
He should have like sapphires for eyes.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like gem eyes or something.
And where would you put this?
On our front lawn.
All right, you're going to be fighting with me because I got something that's going to go on the front lawn. But you'll find that out in a second.
Emily, what would yours be? I will have a cat rat from Gabby's dollhouse.
Ooh, a big cat rat. So we do like a good Gabby's Dollhouse episode in this house. And Cat Rat is the mischievous one, if you will, out of all the cats in Gabby's Dollhouse. He's always like, hey, what's going on? And he likes to read comic books. And he's always sneaking and looking for snacks. And he's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and he has serious eyes. And he's going to be golden with blue.
Ooh, golden with blue stripes. I like it. A variation of what Cat Rat normally looks like.
And he says, hacha.
Hacha. Oh, I like that. Is it like a motion-activated statue?
Yes.
I like that. That's a good touch.
Mommy, what will your statue be?
My statue, I think I'm going to do a big ol' Machiavelli, just judging the entire neighborhood. For those of you who don't know, Machiavelli is the cat from Luca. And he matches his owner in mustache and seriousness. And I love this cat. He's a good mood.
He is a good Disney cat. I like him a lot.
What about you, Daddy?
I've been saying this for a very long time of a statue that I would want on our front lawn. And it is me as a centaur. So me with a horse body. And then I would like Mommy to be on top of me, riding me and holding a spear. And I think we would just look so tough. We'd look like the tough people in the neighborhood. So that would definitely be my statue that I'd put on the front.
Okay. I think if we had all 4 of these statues outside, we'd have quite the house on the block.
Yeah. People would say, which one's your house? And we'll say, you'll know.
Who's everybody's favorite kid, though? Mommy, you go first.
I think I'm going to go for the obvious one this time, and I'm going with Mowgli. I just enjoy him as an actor. I think Jason Scott Lee does a wonderful job portraying Mowgli in being speechless to learning how to speak and everything, all those mannerisms. He just nails it. I love the twist on this Mowgli character, and even though he has grown up into a man, he still has these childlike characteristics about him, and it's lovable.
Yeah, Mowgli's also my favorite character, and I love the fact that, as an actor, this person has seen all these things. He knows what everything is, but he's got to portray himself to be seeing these things for the very first time, and he does a fantastic job with it. And Mowgli's just super kind, he's strong, he sticks up for the jungle law, which is that you don't kill for sport, you just kill to eat. And that's what the jungle law is, and it's just wonderful that he's teaching these things to people. Like you had said earlier, the more that he learns what a man is, he doesn't want to be a man. So, yeah, Mowgli's awesome.
Yeah, for growing up in literally the middle of the jungle, he grows into a very respectable person.
That's right. Zosha, who is your favorite character from this movie?
I like the doctor because he teaches Mowgli how to talk.
He does. I also love how he helps Kitty convince her dad to let Mowgli stay when he was kind of like, I don't know about this. And I like that whole dynamic of, well, we just thought of this, but clearly the doctor was helping Kitty scheme and plan to get Mowgli to stick around.
Yeah, he's really funny and I like his jokes. Emily, who is your favorite character? I like Kitty because she teaches Mowgli the alphabet. She's just really nice.
She is very nice.
I really like the scenes where her and the doctor are teaching Mowgli words as well. They're showing him the pictures and saying, this is man, this is woman, this is a palace, this is the king. There's just really cool scenes with all 3 of them.
That whole montage, yes. I love it. So the treasure temple in this movie is all gold and jewels. I am wondering, what would your treasure temple be filled with? Zosha, what would your treasure be?
My treasure would be Barbie stuff. So like Ken's, Barbie's, Stacy's, Chelsea's, Skipper's, Jeeps, dream houses, doctor sets, everything.
That sounds like such a magical room. Our girls love to play Barbies all day, and they set up some pretty intricate play sets.
Yeah, we almost feel bad at the end of the night when we're like, clean up your stuff, and it's just everywhere in their rooms. So, sorry, girls.
Daddy, what would your treasure be?
Well, I have gotten some feedback that I have to stop saying Batman answers. Thanks, Adhan. So I'm going to go with different French fries. Tater tots, waffle fries, crinkle cut, shoestring, curly fries, just everything fries except for sweet potato fries. I don't like them.
So would your temple also be filled with fryers? Because nobody wants soggy fries in there.
Well, no, that's unsafe. In a magical world, I have a room full of...
French fries, they will always be fresh. Okay.
Yes, they will always be fresh for me.
That's fair logic.
How about you, Amelia? What would your treasure room be filled with?
My treasure is stuffies.
No way. I'm going to have to put an end to this treasure room. I don't want more stuffies.
Oh, I'm keeping my stuffies.
Ugh.
I'm going to have my Hello Kitty, Squishmallows, my cats, all of them.
Great.
Mommy, what will your treasure be?
Well, the mom answer is this room would just have the three of you in it. Just chilling all day.
Oh,
Because you're my treasures.
Lame. What would the real treasure be?
The real treasures, a mixture of Ben & Jerry's and plush horse ice creams that I could just walk into, find whichever drum I'm feeling, and go to town.
Okay, that's a good answer. What would your favorite Ben & Jerry's be right now?
My favorite Ben & Jerry's right now is simply the peanut butter cup. It's peanut butter cups in vanilla ice cream, but these peanut butter cups aren't like Reese's. They're like the ones you get from a candy shop. So the insides are like really creamy, and it's like the top-notch ones.
All right, I can get down with that. So for listeners, Mommy thinks that I'm kind of crazy because I can't sit down and finish a Ben & Jerry's carton in one sitting.
Absolutely. I feel like most of our neighbors backed me on this. Like, you can't finish that? So let us know. Can you finish a carton of Ben & Jerry's in one sitting, or do you got to spread it out? And what is your favorite flavor?
I want to know everyone's favorite scene. Emily, you go first. I like when the monkey steals Mowgli's bracelet and he runs away with it.
This is funny. What happens next?
Mowgli chases him and finds King Louie.
Yeah, King Louie has his bracelet now. And then what does King Louie do?
He claps his hand and Kaa the snake comes out.
Yeah, was that part scary for you?
Yes.
Yeah, he was kind of scary.
And then Mowgli fights Kaa to get his bracelet back.
He does, and King Louie's pretty salty about it.
Yeah, but respect. He does give the bracelet back, no problem. He's like, you know what? You kind of proved yourself to us, and you're going to get this back.
Yeah, he's not joining the victims of Kaa.
Yes.
Mommy, what was your favorite scene?
So we kind of already talked about my favorite scene. I liked the entire montage of Mowgli adapting to society. So it's mainly Mowgli, the doctor, and Kitty together. It's really fun, and the part when they give him a bath for the first time, and the doctor comes out covered in bubbles, like, well, he's in there at least. Like, It's just, I like it. It's a very comedic part for the movie.
Zosha, what was your favorite scene from this movie?
I like the part when Boone growls at Kitty, but Mowgli thinks he's being mean, so he tackles him.
Yes, usually growling in the jungle means that you're defending yourself or you have to fight somebody. So Mowgli thinks that Boone is being mean to Kitty. And what happens after he tackles him?
Boone's friends try to help him, but Mowgli throws them all in the water to protect Kitty.
And he does a great job at that. Not a single one of them gets the advantage on Mowgli.
Daddy, what about you?
So my favorite scene is when Mowgli and Boone are fighting, and Boone asks Mowgli, what do you think that you have that I don't? And it's such a cool scene because Mowgli's answers are intercut between them fighting, and Mowgli continues to dodge all of the attempts that Boone is to hurting him. And he responds with the strength of a bear, the speed of a panther, the heart of a wolf, and very sharp teeth as he slashes Boone with a knife. And it's just such a cool scene. It seems very inspiring. I don't know why it's inspiring to me, but it seems very inspiring.
It's a scene that holds up for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so this episode is technically a part 2 of a comparison. So what do we think? Did you like the cartoon Jungle Book or this one better? Zosha.
The cartoon movie because all the music.
Okay, so if this movie had music, do you think it would be better?
Yeah.
Do you think it would be better than the cartoon, or do you think you'll still like the cartoon better?
I still like the cartoon better.
Okay, so putting the music into this is not going to make a big effect on you. How about you, Amelia? Which one did you like?
The cartoon.
Okay, what did you like about the cartoon better?
The animals talk and it's more fun.
That is fair. There's more of a jovial vibe to the cartoon versus the live action can get pretty serious.
Yeah, so if the animals talked in this movie, do you think it would be better?
Yes.
Would you like it better than the cartoon, though?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, awesome.
What about you, Daddy? Which one do you like more?
I like this live action better. Way better. Obviously, if you listen to the last episode, you know that I gave The Jungle Book 1967 a thumbs down, so you can only go up from there. How about you, Mommy? Which one did you like better?
This one. For me, this is hands down the best Jungle Book that I have seen. I like how it ties together aspects of Tarzan into it. It's like a similar story, you know, where they're acclimating to society, but it's just, there's so much more depth.
Yeah, so like Mommy said earlier, this is Disney's very first live-action remake. However, remake is a very loose term. You're not going to find any musical numbers like Zosha wants or any talking animals that Amelia wants. This movie is made for adults. Some things I like about this version: the cast are all heavy hitters. The tie-ins to the original are clever, but they're not in your face. We see the characters, Baloo, Mowgli, Kaa, you see them all, but there's no mentions to bare necessities, and I'm happy about that. Also, the tone, style, and story are just fantastic. As for an age recommendation, I'm not sure how this got a PG rating. It should definitely be PG-13. However, that doesn't mean that I think that it should be 13 and up. I saw this when I was 5 years old, and I know that I comprehended it and I liked it. So I'm going to say 5 is a fine age to show your littles. But to really grasp the content, I'm going to say 10 and up.
I really like what you said about the not in your face tie-ins. That is something I think the movie industry needs to learn right now in modern times with all of these remakes and throwbacks and sequels that they're doing to the originals. It's like, guys, calm down. We have all seen the first movie. You do not need to shove it down our throats.
Yes, I don't need a beach football scene because you did a beach scene in your first movie. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean.
Or Great Balls of Fire.
Yes.
That's just one of the movies, people, that we are mentioning. Top Gun. Anyway, some parental guidance for you. The language in this movie is very mild. It would be played on TV, no problem. However, Boone's men are quite nasty towards Mowgli with their words, and verbal abuse is considered language in our home, and some of these scenes sting just as much as the physical violence. As far as physical violence, there's quite a bit of it in this movie between the animal attacks and humans fighting. Many characters meet their fate with falling off a cliff, quicksand, Shere Khan, and Kaa. So earlier, Amelia mentioned that Kaa was really scary for her. Zosha, was there anything in this movie that scared you?
No.
No, and that is from a 7-year-old perspective, but there are several deaths that occur in this movie that I think could definitely be scary to kids. Maddie still worries about quicksand to this day.
I do, it ruined me.
Some grown-up stuff. Early in the movie, Mowgli learns that giving a girl a flower will get you a kiss. He then goes on to give Kitty flowers expecting a kiss. Not a great move to show kids. Just because you give a person a gift doesn't mean you should expect something in return. The love triangle between Boone, Kitty, and Mowgli is an adult issue, but our girls understood the basics of it. They knew Boone was bad, Kitty shouldn't like him, Mowgli is good. Make good choices, Kitty. And cry factor. Similar to the animation, something happens to Baloo that could bring some tears to your eyes, but once again, you need to watch and find out what happens.
So Rotten Tomato critics gives this movie an 80%, which is a thumbs up. The audiences give it a 56%, which is a thumb middle. Let's see how it holds up in our house. Zosha, what do you give Rudyard Kipling's The Jungle Book? A thumbs up, a thumbs middle, or a thumbs down?
Thumbs middle.
Thumbs middle. Okay. Amelia, what do you give this movie?
Thumbs middle.
A thumbs middle? Mommy?
So this one was really hard for me because I want to give it a thumbs up, but when I think of other for sure thumbs up movies, I'm like, can it go with it? So I'm going to go with a thumbs middle. It is a high thumbs middle. But yeah, how about you, Daddy?
I'm giving this a thumbs up. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. And parents, if you're interested in showing your kids the G-rated version of this movie, Mommy had mentioned it earlier, 1999's Tarzan. It's basically the same thing as this, but you're getting Phil Collins' banger soundtrack with it. And if any of you would like to add Rudyard Kipling's The Jungle Book to your movie night list, go get it from a library like we did, or it's available across platforms.
And after watching, let us know if you give it thumbs up, thumbs middle, or thumbs down.
And when you want to let us know what you think about the movie, please find us on social media. We like to post pictures of us on our movie nights, letting you know what snacks and sweets we're eating. We post a dad joke as well as a sneak peek clip themed to the episode coming out that week. It's a fun place to hang out.
Our Facebook is It's Movie Night, and our Instagram is It's Movie Night Pod. Thank you for listening. Join us next week for another movie night. Bye.
Bye.